this book is magic. Well, that's about halfway through, and it's basically, we just thought, if you read books about magic, they're all incredibly gothic, and they're all trying to create an aura of being dark and scary, and lots of skull earrings and stuff like that, you know. That is not magic in my experience. Since I became a magician in 1993, I've found magic to be a very colourful and very enlightening and glorious thing, and often very, very funny, you know. And so what I wanted to do was a book that stripped away all the mystification and just said, look, this is what we think magic is. This is basic philosophy. This is how you do it. In practical terms, we've got these sections called things to do on a rainy day. It's a kind of blue pizza approach to magic. There's just a few empty washing up bottles and some sticky back plastic, you know. And we've got a history of magic that kind of runs through the whole book. It's like every magician since the dancing sorcerer, who's the figure painted on the cave walls in the Trois Frères in France, which is the first shaman figure, an Ice Age figure. And we go up through the Persian Magi, through mythological figures such as Circe and Medea. We don't really draw any distinction. We point out whether people were real or not, but it doesn't really make much difference when you're talking about magic. These people, it's the idea of them that's important. So we talk about half-real people like King Solomon. Yes, there was probably a King Solomon, but no, he probably wasn't an incredibly powerful magician. We go up through people like Faust, who was kind of real but kind of not. And we come right the way up to the people like John Dee in the 16th century, who was very definitely real and very definitely serious, and who basically shaped most of the modern world that we live in. And we come up past that through people like Aleister Crowley, Oscar Osmond Stare. So that's one part of the book. There's also Kevin O'Neill doing a lovely serialised life of Alexander. This is Alexander of Abenakaitos, who was a 2nd century con man, who actually created the human-headed snake god, Glykon, which I worship, which was, yeah, I know, it was a 2nd century puppet, basically. It's not a sock puppet. It had got the head of a snake, and he's got a real snake tucked under his arm. But I like the idea, and it hasn't got a snake's head, it's got long, long hair, and sleepy eyes, because real snakes don't have eyelids. So it's got these kind of closed, sort of sleepy eyes. Looks very, very much like Paris Hilton. You know? but a lot nicer and more real. You know, so yeah, they're realer than Paris Hilton. Absolutely, much realer than Paris Hilton. So yeah, there's a lot of humour in it. There's a lot of beautiful illustrations, and we hope it'll give a clear idea of what we think magic is, so that everybody can look at it and say, no, that's ridiculous. No, that's just wrong. You're just stupid. They can say what they want. It'll give them a chance to judge it, which is only fair if you're going to start making ridiculous claims like, I am a supernatural being with magical powers, which I do make quite frequently. So I think I'll put it on the line and bring out a book. Be a couple of years yet. It's progressing very slowly because I'm doing Jerusalem and other stuff, you know, but we'll get there eventually.